Hi everyone, welcome to Kutetis Tech. So in this session, we'll discuss about Java 8 features. So before understanding Java 8 features, first we know why we need to learn Java 8 features. First, why Java 8? Okay. Before Java 8, we have Java 5, Java 6. Those are the features we know already. So we know now why Java 8. So first point is, by using Java 8 can enable functional programming. So here, what do you mean by functional programming? Means the combination of lambda expressions and functional interface. The combination of both of them, we can enable functional programming. Okay. By using functional programming, right, we can write less number lines of the code. Okay. And later, to concise the code and to increase the code readability. So here in the sense means concise the code means less number of the code. By writing less number of lines of the code, right, readability will be increased, right? Correct. So see, there we written 10 number of lines of the code, right? So instead of that many number of lines of the code, we written 2 lines. Yeah, it is possible. 10 number of lines code we can write in only 2 lines by using Java 8 methods. That is the thing, right? That's why we use Java 8. Afterwards, new Java 8 features simplifies the concurrency operations. Here, concurrency means multiple tasks. Concurrency operations. So enables, right, by using Java 8, you can enable parallel processing. So for example, a single thread, it is doing multiple operations, and we are processing multiple records. Actually, we are filtering, for example, some thousands of employees. So while doing those thousands employees objects, by doing single thread and by doing multiple threads, so by doing multiple threads, we can complete it soon, right? So by using Java 8 features, we can enable parallel processing concept. Java 8 introduced the functional features such as lambdas, streams, optionals, etc. We'll see all the things. So we can write the code in declarative approach. So before understanding declarative approach, there is imperative coding approach also there. Before Java 8, we are writing that only. So we will see the differences. Okay. So difference between imperative and declarative coding approach. So imperative coding approach, just it focuses how to perform the operations. Just it focuses how to perform the operations. And in this approach includes list of step-by-step instructions to achieve final results. So right, in imperative coding approach, we write many lines of the code. We declare a variable, we'll call, by passing that variable, we'll call method, right? So after that method returns something, and we'll call some other method by passing that result value to other method. So that, right, there will be many list of steps to complete, right, to get the result. So in imperative coding approach, it embraces the object mutability. So objects mutable. So mutable object, it embraces the mutable objects. Afterwards, right, in the case of imperative coding approach, in each line we write what code needs to be done. So each code, a purpose will be there. in imperative coding approach. So we can tell imperative coding approach as a classic object-oriented programming. Okay. So this is about currently we are writing before Java 8. We are following imperative coding approach. So now we will understand declarative coding approach, what it is. So just focuses what the result we want. We don't care here. We don't care. So by using Java 8, it provided many methods, many free data. Just we need to know for what method, for what purpose we need to use. That's it. That's it. That more than enough. We don't care about what is happening internally. Just we need to know for that for particular thing result I needed in this way. I use this method. That's it. It embraces the object's immutability. Okay, their mutability. There in the case of imperative, right? Embraces the object's mutability, but here immutability. So to follow declarative coding approach, just we need to use the Java 8 functions. Just we need to know for what purpose we need to do. Okay, that we'll see the example imperative and declarative. So once this introduction session finished, right, in the next session I'll give example for imperative coding and declarative coding approaches, right? So later, right, that's why there are some reasons. Those are the reasons to learn Java 8. So now in Java 8, what topics we are going to cover? That thing we see. First, lambda expressions. Why do we need lambda expressions? Simply a lambda expression we tell a nameless function called as a lambda expressions. And we can tell to invoke functional interface abstract method, or to give definition to the functional interface, we use lambda expressions. So functional interface is a interface. It contains only one abstract method, and that interface we need to declare it as @ functional interface annotation. Then that interface we call as a functional interface. So the combination of lambda expressions and functional interface can write or we can enable functional programming. Okay. Later, static methods in interface. So before Java 8, we cannot write static methods in interface. But from Java 8, we can write. We see why do we need to write? How can we write? What is the purpose by writing static methods? Okay. Default methods in interface. We can write default methods also. So this also we'll see. Okay. And the predefined functional interfaces. So some of the predefined interfaces are there. So for every predefined interface, there is a purpose. So we can use them based on our requirement: predicate, function, consumer, and supplier. So we use rarely these things. Afterwards, optionals. So optionals basically provided for avoiding the null pointer exceptions. Except that, right, some other functions also are there in optionals concept. So we see them how to use, and method and constructor references with the double : operator. So if you observe, right, in C++, it is a different concept for that double : operator. But here to invoke or to call particular place, we can use method or constructor reference. After stream API, so it plays very nice role. It is the main feature of the Java 8. So Stream API, right? By using Stream API, we can do many operations, especially we can do list, set, map related operations. So even we can filter, we can sum, we can uh, we can do comparator, comparable. So with those are all things we can do. How actually in Java 8, right? In list or set or map objects, right? So there are stream method kept implemented in every collection object. So by calling, right, by calling those methods, we can easily implement our requirements. Yeah. So afterwards, new date and time. So before Java 8, right, for there is Java till that data is there, right? So to create data object, we need to write much code. But now there is a local date, local time thing is there, right? So by using them, by using those objects, by using that new date and time classes, we can easily access date and time. So that's it. That's it. About introduction of Java 8. So in next section, we'll discuss first thing, right? Imperative program coding approach and declarative coding approach. So we'll see examples and we'll discuss every topic in detail. Thank you. Thank you.